What's up everyone, and welcome back to another how to play video. This week I'll be going over how to play Melusi, the newest defender in Rainbow Six Siege, having been introduced with the Operation Steel Wave. I have a playlist to other videos I've made considering Rainbow Six Siege operators, so feel free to check that out in the description below. First and foremost, going over the loadout, I'd recommend for the main loadout that you want to run, we're going to go with the T-5 SMG with hollow and flash, along with the RG-15 or whichever the secondary pistol is called with muzzle, and I also recommend having impact nades. Now if you're going to be in a lot more close quarters situations, I'd recommend using the Super 90 with just reflex or red dot, whichever sight you'd rather prefer, again with the same secondary pistol setup, but instead of impacts we're going to have a nitro cell. And just as an FYI, there are rumors said that Melusi may be losing her nitro cell for deploy shield and some other things that we'll cover later on. Alright, so how I'd recommend you guys play Melusi. I'd say Melusi is extremely similar to Jager because Melusi can put down all of her gadgets and her utility on site, and if she dies, this game will still go on. Her death, although it's going to be a loss to the team, won't necessarily affect the utility of the team. Her gadget's going to work with or without her. And overall, what I'm trying to get at is that she's definitely a roamer, move around the map a lot and take advantage of her speed. Next thing we're going to go over is the gadget, the Banshee. It's basically like barbed wire except for way better. And the number one thing I want you all to know is you should put the Banshees in a place that is hard to melee or hard to have a line of sights on that will still affect the attackers. I've been seeing everyone place down the Banshees right next to the place they're trying to slow down as if it's barbed wire. It's very similar to barbed wire, but this is not what you want to do. The range of the Banshee should barely reach the place that you're trying to slow down. This will make it so that it's most effective, and the only people that will truly be able to stop your Banshee, if you're going to be playing close to it or if your teammates are going to be playing close next to it, are people like Ash or Zofia or Ace, or anyone who can destroy it with an explosive at range. And just another FYI, more rumors about the Banshee's range being nerfed, so it won't have as big of a radius that will affect attackers. Of course it is rumors, but nonetheless keep it in mind. Last thing I want to talk about, just a little spice things up, is building a team around Melusi. And so these are the operators I think would pair really well on a 5-stack with Melusi. So of course there's Melusi doing whatever she does, and then I'd say Smoke because he can open up a lot of areas and then can smoke people off that are in the Banshees or just when need be. I'd say the next operator would be Valk. Getting info is always very nice to have, especially if you're going to have a 5-stack. Legion just adds to the annoyance and information, as well as it'll slow attackers down, just like Melusi. And lastly, Castle would be a pretty awesome choice because it can cut off areas that the team doesn't have Banshee set up for, and in a sense, as long as the attackers won't break down the castles, it'll flood them all to where the Banshees are, which overall just makes the utility used better. Alright, just a quick recap. Make sure to place the Banshees in a place where it's pretty hard to melee. Well, it will still affect the area that you're trying to slow down. Make sure to roam, because even if Melusi dies, her gadgets will still be used, her utility will still be used, whether or not she is alive. And that's pretty much the main things. I hope this helps you all out a whole bunch. If you're into tips and tricks of videos, definitely go and check out my channel. And if you like what you see, go ahead and subscribe. Thank you all for the support. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Deuces.